Hello, welcome back to WrestleCrack. I'm Nicky McLeany, aka Mitch Betts, aka the Italian Rapscallion. Today I'm going to talk about Fastlane from Sunday, Raw from Monday, and WrestleMania going forward. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Cheers. Fastlane was an alright pay-per-view, wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. Started off with the US title match. I think that being on the pre-show to value the title a bit. You've got the Tag Team Divas match on the main show, which was pretty much for nothing. It was good to see two Divas match on the main show, but I don't think it should have been there at the expense of the US title match. Maybe they could have bumped something else to the pre-show. Don't know what, but I felt like they devalued the US title match. The US title match, I say, was good. I think the wrong person won. I think it's strange going into Mania. You have a singles title and a tag team wrestler who's still in a tag team. Doesn't seem to make sense. I don't know if they are going to go somewhere else with it. We'll wait and see on the next few weeks of Raw leading up to Mania. And Del Rio seems to be heading into a feud with the New Day. I think that was a bit strange how they done it last night with the Edge and Christian thing. I know I'm jumping between bits and pieces, but the New Day coming out as heels against Edge and Christian as faces, and then them calling out the League of Nations getting involved, and they coming out that they were built to be the way they were introduced. It was like they were the faces and they came in and they were heels, and then the New Day looked like faces against the heels, and they left with Edge and Christian. I thought, oh, the New Day must be going faces, but then on Raw they were back to being heels against the three of the biggest good guys that they've got in Neville and the Lucha Dragons. It's just a bit strange how that happened. I was expecting Enzo and Kaz to debut last night. I know a lot of people were. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. Maybe it is just they're going to do it after Mania. They don't want to try and shoehorn people into Mania when they've got talents like Del Rio and Sheamus that need to get on the Mania card. For me, they shouldn't be in that feud. They should be Enzo and Kaz or someone else going against the New Day. But if they are going to turn the face, maybe they're just planting the first seed. Just week by week the seeds will grow. Then at WrestleMania, it'll be the coming out party of them being faces. I'm not sure, but we'll see with that. Back on the Fastlane. IC title match was really good again. I'm glad that feud's over with. I hope it is anyway. I've seen it enough. I'm not really bothered about Ziggler. He can do whatever for Mania, doesn't really matter. Owens, I think he's been pigeonholed a little bit with the IC title going into Mania. I was hoping he was going to get the Undertaker match, but obviously not. I think I can't see who he's going to go against. I was hoping it was going to be AJ, but it seems like AJ and Jericho are still not feuding, but they're still being involved in the same story. So maybe there is going to be a heel turn there from Jericho, and they'll go against each other again at Mania, which I don't really want to see. I've seen it enough now, and I would prefer AJ to go against someone else and Jericho to go against someone else, but we'll see what happens with that. The 3-on-3 match from Fastlane was a strange outcome, and all the betting websites had the Wyatt's favourite, and rightly so. I don't understand why the Big Show and Kane and Ryback won. It makes the Wyatts look like pussies again. I think the only pay-per-view they've won in the last few years would be something that would probably be the Dudleys. I can't remember apart from that when they've won on pay-per-view, which it just makes them look crap. And every single week I'm losing more interest in them because they're not dominant. The way the characters are, they should be dominant heels, and they're not at all. So I thought that was strange. And what happened on Raw with Ryback walking out, I hope that's not leading to Ryback Kane or Ryback Big Show at Mania, but I've got a feeling it might be. So that was a strange one anyway. Where else? The Divas. The title match on the show wasn't the best. Wasn't expecting the best with it being Brie and not one of the more technical Divas, but it was alright for what it was. It's just something to get them going for what WrestleMania and trying to establish Charlotte a bit more. I'm hoping that this match is going to... I'm hoping that what happened on Raw is going to lead to a triple threat match. I think Becky deserves to be in the match. I would love to see Sasha and Charlotte one-on-one at Mania, but Becky's done enough to warrant a match at Mania. The rest of the Divas, I've heard people talking about having them in a Battle Royal, but I don't think the rest of the Divas have done enough to warrant a spot in WrestleMania. The Paige and Naomi are the top of the class, apart from the three that I've mentioned. I don't think they've done enough to warrant a WrestleMania match when people like Dolph Ziggler won't get a singles match, or he'll just get a little spot in the Battle Royal. So I don't think they've done enough, so I'm happy with that triple threat going forward and all that divas on the card. I've touched on AJ and Jericho had another great match. Hopefully that feud's done now. I've seen that they've been put together, so hopefully that's just a 1 week thing for their Social Outcast and the split and they go their own separate ways. To be honest, I don't think the booking team knows what they're doing with it yet. It seems to be a bit week by week where they're just putting a lot of things in place and they can just move things around. So hopefully something happens with that, where they can go their own separate ways. Like I say, in the main event, rounded off an alright pay-per-view. It's a good match. It wasn't structured very well, but I always like to see Brock Lesnar kick people's asses. It's always good to see Ambrose, and it's an alright match again. The outcome of the match was a bit disappointing, but that seemed to be the theme of the night, without Enzo and Kaz debuting, with Del Rio not winning, and the whole New Day League of Nations thing, and it just seemed to be a theme running through the show of people who won the matches that didn't want to win the matches. Bought AJ, bought AJ because I would have liked to see Ziggler take the IC title. The Free Owns up for a feud for Mania. That was the theme of the night for me. Just a bit of a disappointing pay-per-view. Results-wise, anyway. So I'll talk about Raw. Obviously, the big story coming out of it was Shane McMahon debuting. It was a quality moment of coming back. His music hit for a split second. I couldn't figure out whose music it was, and then when it hit us, I thought this is going to be good. I didn't expect it to go against the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I still don't see that happening. I can't see how they can put a face in there. It'll just confuse fans. They want to get behind Undertaker, obviously, but they want to get behind Shane because they wanted to run Raw. I want to see Shane run Raw. I'm sick of the authority. Shane would do that, give them that platform to be like a babyface commissioner or whatever. But I just don't see how that's going to work. To turn the Undertaker heel, I don't think they can. And I don't really want to see the Undertaker's record get tarnished by someone like Shane McMahon if he does win. So I don't know where they're going to go with that, but we'll see week by week. Also want to touch on that segment there. It seemed to go on for a long time, and Vince dropped the F-bomb apparently, which was, I think he's a bit senile if he's on a PG show and he's saying motherfucker or fucker, whatever he said. It just seems a bit weird. And it's also a bit weird that Shane McMahon's hair is greyer than Vince's. Completely side note, I know, but just pick that up. Ambrose and Lesnar was announced on Raw. I can't wait for that match. The Usos and Dudley seem to be building towards Mania, which is fine by me. I would prefer to see the tag titles being put in that feud, and then you can take the tag titles away from New Day. New Day can have a 3-on-3 or 3-on-4 or something with the League of Nations. I know Wade Barrett's back this week on SmackDown, so hopefully he's good and ready to go, and they can do something there. Maybe 4-on-4, I don't know. So that doesn't need to be for the tag titles. So I would like to see the tag titles go to the Usos, Dudley's feud going into Mania. What else happened on Raw? Not a great deal. The whole Wyatt thing and all that. A bit confused where that's going in Ryback. The main event didn't finish as a match. Triple H came out, and it's just beyond me why the booking Triple H should be the all-conquering badass, and with Roman Reigns to just be douchebag, dickhead, and just the booking of it. They're not helping themselves. They need to really concentrate on the finer things in the feud of how people are going to get behind Reigns and how people are going to hate Triple H. At the minute, seem to be doing it back to front, and if they are going to turn Triple H face, turn him face, and if they are going to turn Reigns heel, turn him real, don't have it like they've got it at the minute where it is. They're both tweeners, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Busted his nose on the first night on the road to WrestleMania as well. Seems like, where do you go from here? You can't keep busting him open every week and breaking his legs every week. It's just going to be, it's started up here, and I think it's just going to go down here by the time we get WrestleMania, unless there is a big heel turn or something happens. I just can't see how it's going to be decent, but we'll see. That's pretty much it for this show. What else is there to say? I'm going to go on and put another couple of shows up talking about the draft. I'm going to be, because I've feeling that might be happening, so I'm going to put up a show in a couple of weeks talking about that, and who I think should be on Raw, who should be on SmackDown, who should be on NXT, how to work that. Also going to put a bit on the writers. I was thinking about this morning, so I'm going to do that as soon as I've recorded this. Talk about the writers and characters and all that sort of stuff. Going into detail on that. So stick around and watch that. And that's pretty much it. My superstar of the week this week, Shane McMahon, obviously. My match to go back on the network. My match to go back and watch on the network of the week is Shane McMahon versus Steve Blackman from SummerSlam. Just to get you in the mood for Shane McMahon, in case he is wrestling. Don't think he is, but we'll see. That's it. Remember to like the video, subscribe, go back and watch the other videos, especially the found poem. That's pretty much it. See you next time. Peace.